Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, do we got a fat Gala update today. We're going to be talking about some legal movement that may be attributing some of the Gala pumpity pump here. We're going to be talking about Gala Film, Mirandus, and node owners. Oh, let's dive in. And of course, a giveaway because I love giveaways. Now, first off, Gala, we've had this little pumpity pump here you see, which I think may be tied to this legal ruling here, which we'll talk about in a minute. Gala Film, I am telling you, friends, if you have not seen the first Ghost of Ruin episode, you must watch it. This is absolutely incredible. I am not kidding you. I'm not just making this up. Absolute superior quality. Really hoping Gala Film actually decides to continue with the rest of the season so we don't lose them to someone like Netflix or Amazon Prime, who I think would easily pick them up. Now, right now, they do have a 50% off the Ghost of Ruin Premiere Mystery Box. It's only $4. That's going to be my giveaway. If you comment down below the word ghost, so leave off the S, just ghost, I'm going to be giving away at least like 5, maybe 10 of these. So go ahead and drop that down there, and I will be picking some randomly down there. Jump on, please give it a look. Oh yeah, link down below. Please give me the love. Click those links if you're going to do that. Do me another favor. On Gala Film on their Twitter, they have a vote going for Razor versus Ghost of Ruin. Essentially, which one's better? Right now, it's a pretty good split. I did love Razor. I think I love Ghost of Ruin more. I do like the whole kind of style that they have going on. Now, for node owners, DeEEP. If you have not heard of DeEEP so far, you got to listen in because this one is a definite passive income where you can be definitely doing a very, very good job. So DeEEP was created by NerdNode, which a lot of folks know. NerdNode basically hosts, people's nodes for them. So it's super simple, right? You're like, hey, I have a high chain node, a Myriad node, a Gala node, and I want to host it. Now, what they are doing is essentially making a true decentralization out there, my friends. True decentralization. Right now, right, people have their nodes on like VPSs. It's not really true decentralization. So here's the solution that they have. You basically are able to purchase this DeEEP device, plug it into your home, and it acts almost like a miner, but also as a host. So what they're doing is you're actually getting a decentralization across the web, right? True Web3, people are hosting this in their homes across the world. You can see all the information over there on the right. This is a very, very superb little device and super simple. You're able to plug it in, and now what you're doing is you're essentially working for DeEEP, for this network, right? And of course, you're going to say, well, what are the rewards? How are we going to earn? So 2 passive income streams on here, the minting rewards and then the hosting rewards. So you're able to mint, their utility token DeEEP. And then when you're hosting people's nodes, essentially in your house, you're going to be earning 70% of those hosting fees. That's right, up to 70%. So right now, Nerd nodes, it costs validators like $240 to $800. Gala nodes, 12 to 28. Myriad, 12 to 28. High chain, Xi, pre-search smart nodes. And this is like the predicted what you could be earning. You could be earning 3,400 to 11,000 per year, depending on, of course, how much you're hosting. Now, this is a little hypothetical for them for this DeEEP device. And little asterisk here, this does not include any of the minting of DeEEP, okay? But let's say you have like ETH Validator, 3 Myriad nodes, 10 smart nodes, Gala Founder, Music Film, Last Expedition, Spider Taste, Common Ground. You could be earning $2,700 a year off of this device. And of course, NerdNode is earning that other percentage, right? So what is in it for you? Well, besides just being able to host all those different nodes, they're going to be locking in all these other nodes. Gunzilla nodes I have, right? Let's see, Polkadot, Xi Network, Pulse Chain. You could look through this whole thing here. You could zoom in, take a look. I have so many though. Carve, Gunzilla, Gala Games, right? Myria, being able to host these simply and me never having to worry about the uptime, because even if my DeEEP node device goes offline, right, the whole Web3 decentralized network, something else is able to pick it up so you don't have any downtime. So I think what they're pushing for here is absolutely superior. I think this could ramp up and explode. And what's awesome is they have a limited amount of these because they don't want to sell too many. They only want to sell enough to where people are going to be able to have workloads, right? So they have the specifics here. So you do need like 20 megabyte, per second up speed, 100 megabyte per second down speed. I have about a gig. So, I could have like 10 of these if I wanted to. Definitely grabbing a couple. They even break down how many watts of energy you're going to be using, the average, everything like this. They have thought of it all, and they have a very simple instructions on how to literally just plug this in to your internet and power, and it's up and running and working. So, of course, your question is, well, how much is this going to cost? Well, it's about, I think it's $1,111 per node or device. And after you get the device, if you do use the links down below, you will get 1,111 DeEEP back. I would get 1,111 DeEEP from you for the referral, and you will be, of course, making passive income. I really do think this is an absolute game changer in the Web3 industry, and I'm really looking forward to see how this really explodes. These devices are really, really solid, really excellent, quality essentially. And so definitely looking forward to working with them and seeing how these all run smoothly on the network. So again, links down below, check them out. You can jump into their Discord. I'll put that down below as well. Ask questions if you have, but for node owners, this is another excellent passive income. There's only 1,700 of these remaining, so small quantity, because like I said, they want to be able to actually have nice passive income and rewards for their owners and the people who purchase them. So moving on to the legal aspects. So first off, the spider tanks. Right now, Gala is basically trying to compel the court to get spider tanks to have like an evidentiary hearing and stuff. And Game Media is still saying that their jurisdiction isn't here. So waiting for the court to basically rule on that motion, on whether Game Media has to comply or not because they're foreign, which we talked about in previous videos. Now, the big one. Wright Thurston versus Eric Schurmeyer. Judge just went ahead and put through this motion. So Wright Thurston set a motion to get rid of Eric Thurston. Whoa, did I say that right? Wright Thurston put forth a motion to get rid of Eric Schurmeyer as the CEO of Gala Games and for the court to appoint a custodial, right? Like a disinterested third party. And so the judge went ahead and said this. He said, moreover, even reviewing the other evidence in this case, the court concludes that True North has not met its burden to show likely imminent or irreparable harm that appointing a custodian would avoid. But True North has not shown how those activities, whether or not improper, threaten the health of the company. Indeed, True North appears to have provided no evidence whatsoever of the company's financial condition. And absent a showing that the company's mismanagement has created any risk of insolvency that is likely and imminent, meaning that the company would likely be unable to pay an award of money, damages after trial, the mismanagement alone does not justify preliminary relief. So, True North has not attempted to make any such showing in their support of this motion. Again, I don't know if Wright Thurston has any access to see books and how they're doing financially, but the judge went ahead and said, for these reasons, we have denied the plaintiff's motion for that preliminary injunction. So finally, the judge has ordered on something, so I'm hoping that means he's going to progress through the other ones and the other motions and start actually dishing out whatever he deems is appropriate. So I don't know if this has to do with the little pump right now, because this is a win for Eric Schurmeyer here with Gala Games. And so good for him. He's not going to be removed or anything. I didn't think this would be go through anyways, this motion. Didn't really make sense why. But again, I'm not a judge. I'm not a lawyer, as I've always told you guys. But that is the most recent little legal aspect there. Now, the Treasure Tapper. So all these Tapper games, they're coming out with this token called Trez. Trez. 80% is going to be going to players, 20% to the node owners. They're saying the team will not be getting any of this token. I don't know if it's being launched on Ton or Gala or both, but they are going to have a bridge to the Ton chain very, very soon. Some other things going on. Superior, right? The legal aspect, we heard that it basically got resolved, which I don't know exactly what that meant or what's in the background, but Superior is once again apparently, on Gala Games. They got a lot of focus on it, and they got this article. If you want to read through that, I'll leave that down below as well. Mirandus, big news here because a play test is finally coming. August 27th. It's going to be about 4 days long. On the Discord, they did go ahead and show some nice little updates and changes in some of the graphics or whatnot. So it was cool to go ahead and see some of the before and after what they're working on. So it's nice to see that the Chile team is moving Mirandus forward in progression. Look at that. I think that does look pretty freaking cool. This is, of course, the purgatory area before you go back into the game. So pretty cool there. Definitely excited to jump in. If there's enough content, I'm going to be playing it for the whole 4 days, of course. So looking forward to Mirandus, what they got going on. Vox, they do have their first alpha out there. You can go ahead and get on Google Play and play Cerberus. throw your Vox onto the land, collect things, do some crafting, and check that out. I have not jumped in yet, so I don't have a lot to say about it quite yet. Now, apparently there is going to be a proposal about how the gas fees are going to work on galachain. Some different community members, I believe, have been working on some aspects of it. Jason Brink says some things that he wants to see. This can absolutely, utterly destroy galachain or make it even stronger. Okay, so of course, if they go too strict with gas fees and the gas fees are ridiculous, nobody's going to use the chain. If we make it very, very kind, there's, better action to be able to get in there. But of course, we should have some gas fees, specifically with some, like transactions, in my opinion. Happy Valley Beacon, another group that is building on galachain with real arcade cabinet games. And they have created a new kind of alien influencer game. Looking forward to definitely touching this, playing this. It looks super entertaining, picking up people and putting them into your ship. So definitely looking forward to giving this a touch. What I'm pointing out here is we do have multiple different groups that are building on galachain, working with them. And so that is all really good for us, good for the community, as well as, of course, Jason Brink and LFG and building with the debit cards. Because if they can get a strong foothold in the crypto community and get some cool debit cards going that burns Gala, with like transactions and stuff, wow, that can really have a significant impact on Gala and galachain. Magneto HR, again, here, another group building on galachain. You absolutely don't want to miss this. Why? Because they're giving away 150 nodes. That is an insane amount for a group to do. So please jump into their Discord, check out their Twitter, because this is easy, simple stuff for you to do to get entered, to be able to get one of these 150 nodes. And these nodes are going to be excellent. I have not done a deep dive yet on them, but of course they're in with human relations, human resources kind of stuff, basically employment opportunities, jobs, linking people up. They have a great white paper and plan forward where they're going with everything. So definitely looking forward to checking that out. And then I guess I'm not supposed to say too much about this yet, but Bippin or Brink, if you're in LFG, the Discord, you can check out this white paper. Very intriguing, very interesting here, called Flip It. Imagine if you're on a website and you're able to hit like a tab or a button and it flips you to the back side of the website where people are commenting and talking about what they think of that specific site, that specific HTML page. It could be really cool, especially for like any scams out there and people are just writing scam on there. Now, for this, they for sure, for profiles, have to have some form of validity, right? So where it's only one person, you can't have any bots, anything like that. Could be a very intriguing aspect. Could also break the internet, which would be really cool, really fun. So let me know what you think about everything we talked about today. Quite a few things. All those links are down below. And as always, stay warm, Wookiees.